My name is Kaylee Brown, and it's my first year attending FAU, and I love animals. I'll be editing together the videos to make them all into one. This artwork, Mother and Child, by Pablo Picasso, was made on pencil and paper, and it was made on a sheet that's 24.8 times 32.1 centimeters. My chosen element in this piece is line. There are very light strokes of lines, and then there are dark places where the lines shade the bottom of the foot, around the elbow, the neck, and the hair of the mother. The darker squiggly strokes of the mother's hair shows the texture and style of her hair easier. Also, the mother's facial features are more visible than the baby's facial features. The baby's foot and hand are very thick and soft looking due to the light shading and the soft lines. I can relate to this piece because it reminds me of when I was 3 to 4 years old. My mother would hold me and tell me bedtime stories to put me to sleep, and I would remember them by heart. This piece relates to my future goals because I would love my child to grow up the same way I did, with my mother putting me to sleep every night with a bedtime story. Growing up loving reading increases a child's ability to learn and improves their cognitive skills.
Hey guys, my name is Malachi Brown, and I will be speaking about the composition of the piece Mother and Child by Pablo Picasso. Since my chosen element for the piece is composition, I would like to start off by pointing out how the piece isn't symmetrical. But because it is placed off-center, it forces the viewer to try and focus on different aspects in the page. The artist puts emphasis on the facial features of the mother and her arm going around the child, showing a meaning behind it that he wants you to see. Although the piece isn't symmetrical, you can see that the balance of the piece is even. One side doesn't fully outdo the other or steal the attention of the other side. This piece is relevant to me by resembling the relationship I have with my mother. I feel like the piece represents the care, protection, and feeling that only a mother can give off when they're with their child. For me, I know that no one can give me the same feeling my mom used to give me as a kid, so it resonates with me when I look at it.
Hello, my name is Lanisa Bush, and I am a sophomore at FAU. I chose the drawing Mother and Child by Pablo Picasso, drawn in Spain in the 20th century, because of the relationship it represents between a nurturing mother and her child. I love this painting because it also shows the relationship I have with my mother, who I will always feel safe with and hope to one day share the same love with my children. The element surface is not being used much because Pablo, I feel, did not want to draw attention away from the purpose of the drawing, which was to show the nurturing love of a mother. Another element I saw represented was color, to represent the texture of the mother's hair and also to accentuate her feminine features.
Hi, my name is Andrew Candido, and this is my first year attending FAU. My group and I decided on Mother and Child by Pablo Picasso, and I will be focusing on the formal element of texture. I believe the texture of this art piece could best be described as smooth, as it is a pencil on paper drawing. While the texture may look simple, I believe it was made to be that way to better emphasize the emotions going on between the mother and her child. I believe the artist chose to keep the texture smooth and simple to allow us to connect with it by relating with our own personal experiences. I was able to relate to this art piece as not only does it signify the relationship I have with my mother, but also with my grandmother. As a child, my mom was often at work, and I was raised from the ages of 1 to 5 by my grandmother. So when I look at this art piece, not only do I see the relationship I have with my mother now, but the relationship I had with my grandmother during those years and how she raised me.
Hi, my name is Deontay Briggs, and I'm a sophomore at FAU. We chose the artwork called Mother and Child by Pablo Picasso. The element I chose to speak about on this piece was surface. The texture of it seems to come off as smooth since it's drawn out in pencil. The crosshatch shading makes it come off as unblended, even though that's to show where the depth is at. I can relate to this piece because it reminds me of the motherly love I received when I was younger, not just from my mom, but also my grandma. I would like to have the same impact in my future kids' life and show them the same love I received. And also hopes to feel the same way I felt growing up. and have that same discipline in school and life-wise.